Hello everyone, this is Anis I'm here with Naomi, my wife.
Hey everyone.
It's always a pleasure to be with you, especially when we're going to talk about life. I thank God He has given us the opportunity to write about balanced life in general. So today I'm here with Naomi again. She will introduce herself and then I will talk to you a little bit about myself and why we're here.
Hello everyone. It's just a great opportunity on this Valentine's Day weekend to share a little bit about us, share about our relationship, how we met, our engagement process, and our marriage. Currently, how we're balancing life, how our passion about community, our zeal for ministry, and what we believe God wants to do with us. Again, we welcome you to the Balanced Life Show and welcome you to take a minute to hear a little bit about us.
Yes, indeed, it's important to at least talk about us because it didn't just come naturally. I thank God, of course, we got here so far. We can say there was a lot. The time was very difficult, but if you know a little bit about my background, I think you will understand why we are so. Why we find this important to put it on video, to put it live, to talk to you about our own life. My background wasn't well. I can put it out there. You know, I came from Haiti. Originally from Haiti. When I left Haiti, I was already 18. I done all the high school in Haiti. So when I came here, it was very difficult to go to college right after, coming from Haiti. As you can hear, this is our boy in the background. But it's important for you to know, coming from Haiti to come and look for education in the United States, it wasn't easy because, as you know, Haiti is a French Creole speaking country. English, we learned it from school, but the practice was really difficult. So when we were in college, life wasn't easy, especially for myself who wanted to be a businessman. We studied business, and in Florida especially, they had several courses you have to take in order to become a business, to have a major in business, especially an MBA. So it was very, very difficult to get to where I wanted to be. But thank God I was able to do my bachelor in finance, and I did an MBA with a concentration in accounting and finance. So in 2001, that's when I decided to really register my own business. And I had now we have AB Consulting. We have Super Tree Real Estate, and we have a nice financial service where we sell, I would say free. We give it for free when we come to financial education. And that's really now who I am. I'm someone who's giving free financial education to talk about a balanced life, but later we'll talk about that. Well, right now I believe, Naomi can tell more about her, and later you'll hear more from me. Okay?
Well, I'm originally from New York. I grew up in a very close-knit family. I am the second of 7 children. And so for us, our house was always a full house. We were a blessed family to have been raised in a Christian environment, to know the fear of God and to know the promises of biblical promises that He has given us. And basically that, success was an option for us. Both of my parents were born in Haiti, and I personally was born here in Miami, Florida, again, but raised in New York. I had the amazing opportunity to obtain a degree in accounting with a concentration in economics. And God also allowed me, or gave me the opportunity to study abroad. And so I was able to study in Italy, Spain, and France. The subjects were international marketing, international management, and culture. And so throughout my life, I can say that even as a young adult, God really gave me some great opportunities. My career background, I have over 15 years in business management. I've done it all, from retail management to banking, the banking industry. I've also had the great opportunity of working with a large manufacturing plant in Haiti, and currently now working with my husband Anis in our accounting firm here in Miami. And so I think that my education and my background has really prepared me and provided me with the knowledge that I believe I can now utilize to help other people, help coach small business owners, help develop women of all ages, help develop women of all ages, and really give them the wisdom that is needed to go through the challenges of life and be able to, no matter what comes your way, to be able to recuperate as quickly as possible.
Recuperate, I like this word. We've had several couples who had difficulties getting back to a normal life. And when we say normal, we go from normal to balanced. Okay, one day we will explain that what is the difference between a normal life and a balanced life. Okay, but however, right now, I like the fact that Naomi said we are helping from women, we are helping men, and we are helping couples to find their normal life, okay, and later their balanced life. It's not an easy process, okay, because sometimes you find balance and you lose it again through normal life. So we'll talk about that. However, today is a great opportunity to present to you who we are. We're going to talk about us, okay? We're going to talk about our life as we could say a balanced couple. We're going to talk about life as how we started. We're going to talk about life, how God put us together. So I think this is why we're here today. I have to remind you and remind ourselves, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. Anis and I have a very unique story. As I mentioned earlier, I am one of 7. Unfortunately, I went through the process of losing both of my parents by the age of 18. And so I had the awesome opportunity to raise my 3 younger siblings. At the time when I took on that responsibility, they were 13, 12, and 11. Today, of course, they are 30, 29, and 28. And I really thank God for that opportunity. And with loss always comes, I believe, God's ability to do something wonderful in your life. And although I had that great loss at 18, about 3 years ago, I was going through a similar loss, and this time it was the loss of my grandmother. And I was actually on the other side of the United States. I was in California, where my grandmother passed away here in Miami. And I was called to come and to attend the funeral. And of course, with a heavy heart and quite despondent, I booked my flight and came here, and had no idea that while I was getting ready to bury my grandmother, my life was about to change forever. And during the time that I was here to burying my grandmother, a friend of the family who was at the funeral approached me, and she and I were just having just a heart-to-heart and just discussing having girl talk. And she said, why are you single? And I said to her, oh, well, I'm really focused on ministry right now. I'm focused on doing what I believe God has called me to do, and I'm really not interested in dating or interested in meeting someone right now. And I remember her saying to me, well, you know what? I really know a great man that I would that I would be able to introduce you to. And long and behold, that gentleman that she wanted to introduce me to was Anis. And Anis, how did she call you? What did she tell you?
Well, I don't remember. I'm just kidding. But I remember she said, I want you to meet someone, okay? I'm not telling you anything. I want you to meet someone. And she's great. And she knew that I'd gone through a divorce, that I was single. Of course, I was seeing someone. And I decided to have that encounter. Because in life, you never know what brings, what God will bring, to you. In fact, God brings gold, He brings honey, He brings all kind of, from the river. And I grabbed that opportunity that day. It's been, 3 years, honey?
3 years.
Yeah, 3 years since we've met, and 2 years and a half and a few days since we've been married. And I think it's one of the greatest love story in the world, I hate to call myself Romeo because they had a short life. And, we want a long, beautiful, great life, right?
Absolutely.
So my name is Anis Naomi, and I intend to keep it that way this time. So, yes, I think the greatest things in life, I think in the book I say there are many lives. It is indeed a reality. I met a gentleman 2 days ago. I didn't talk to you about that. He's 70 years old, and he said, Anis, I have two lives. He said, the one I was born and the one that I received on December 29, 2017. He won the lottery, okay? No, that's serious. He had about $75,000 net after taxes, and he said 2 days before he had met a lady who didn't even know that he had that money, okay? And that lady is living with him as if he was a baby. 70 years old. This is serious
70.
stuff. He's 70 years old.
Wow.
He said he's living again. My point is, it is the same for me. I have several lives. I'm not going to tell you how many, but I think this is the newness, I would say, the best life I've been living. And I think this can happen for you too. After you leave and hear our story, our love story, our life story after 3 years, after the, so many difficulties, believe it or not, so many, I would say, things that we are discovering, okay? Who she is, who I am, and the blend that we are having, especially with our young child who's about 15 months. So there's so much to talk about, but I'm going to let her, because as you can see, she's more methodological when it comes to telling story. I just want to say what's good, but she is about to tell you more.
I remember sitting before him the first day that I met in a small Italian restaurant in Hollandale. And I remember having this conversation in front of him, and he had his book with him, he had his laptop, and he was working on his computer. And I remember sitting there and talking to him, and I remember asking him, what is his relationship with God? And I remember him honestly saying to me that I desire to be used by him. That's all I've ever wanted, and that's all I desire from God.
And it is so true, and until now, it is a desire, because I don't think God has been using me enough, and sometimes I'm upset, and I think that's why. I think I want him to change me into a nice ball of fire and just roll me down so that I can connect people. Some